How are you? I hope the connection stays strong in every sense of the word for all of us always. And yet specifically for this YouTube video that I can stay live for you guys during this intuitive reading. I'm just slowly taking my time, getting through these readings for all y'all. I really appreciate when you guys show the love and the support. It means so much. It really does. So thanks for being here. Thanks for choosing love and specifically Ultra Love TV as well. You guys can visit the website altalove.com and check out the services and book online 10, 20, 30-minute readings, and there's longer like face-to-face in-depth intuitive reads and coaching as well. If the energies resonate, if you dig on the vibrashe, then that's usually a good cue that, you know, we can support and assist one another on this great awakening, this mass awakening, global paradigm shift. So I'm tuning into the collective energy of the Pisces who gravitate to this channel and to this video specifically. We're looking at the month of August 2019 for divine guidance, clarity, you know, the things that can help us navigate with a greater sense of ease, I suppose, and openness as well. So for Pisces, what's the highest energy? What's the most divine guidance for the Pisces or anybody who stumbles upon this video? What do they need to know? And we obviously want to find or intend to look within to find the intuitive guidance that serves the whole, which really is your highest joy, your freedom, your love, your compassion. It's one with all. So so many of us, really, this journey has been about transforming in a very broad sweeping general sense, density, pain, distortion, shitty thoughts, you know, that kind of thing. So we're really doing the inner work. And it would appear there's a big old tower crashing down for us here, right in the middle. That's, again, towers can be super intense and annoying and like, but the reality is that a tower moment is something actually divinely orchestrated. It's essentially bringing to an end a way of life. And I'm hearing or getting that also think about the idea of being imprisoned at a tower. There's these characters that are falling from the top of this tower, but if you can imagine, where were they? They were just at the top of this tower. And often in our storytelling, we put people in towers to imprison them. So we could look at this tower moment as you actually crumbling to your old way of life, which was actually a more imprisoned way of life, a more bound, a more limited way of life. And then right beside it, there's this Page of Pentacles, which is like this brand new, vital. I always think of the pages as just youthful and bringing new youthful energy into our lives. It can be children, or that's just my intuition saying that can be a child, that can be our children in our lives, bringing us this sense of a tangible reality, a tangible sense of self after this tower moment. It's like that's what's left, is this youthful, tangible energy of a new beginning, essentially, right? A new beginning. Because then there's more pages as well. Oh. Just a few more cards for you, Pisces. You guys, I have so much love for you. When I do these live, what's kind of cool sometimes is if you randomly have like a question, you're allowed to ask them. We had that the other day. Somebody was asking a question about, and it was just cool getting the guidance from the cards in the here now. Just one more card for Pisces, I feel. Just one more card for the Pisces reading now. And we'll lay it down. Okay. There's a few of those. So I'm gonna put those over there. I'm gonna take it all as part of the reading. Yeah. We've definitely just got the end of a cycle, which we know. The Tower is there, the Death card is there. Knowing this card and some Piscean energy, this could be representative of a death as well. Now, for you, there's right off the gate, so this could be where we're coming from, or this could be the beginning of the month. We're resting. The Four of Swords is like hanging up our, like everything we've been through. There it is. We can see it, and then we're laying one sword down, and then we're taking time rest. You know, taking time. Think of like how the Four of Swords follows up the Three of Swords, which is a total heartbreak. It's an intense, really intense card. And then the Four of Swords is sort of like the healing, the respite after that intense emotional transformation and healing, right? So right at the beginning of the month, it would appear that we're having to lay down and rest after a fairly intensive cycle. Now we do, right through the central theme of the month, have the Tower, Hermit in reverse, and this Five of Wands. So this feels a little bit to me like we're going through this inner battle. I don't feel this is necessarily external fighting. I feel like I'm hearing it's like transformational fires from within. And again, because it's aligned with the Tower, I feel like this is a bit of a process that's inescapable. It's unavoidable. You can't not go through what it is you're going through. So I'm hearing that the Tower moment has something to do with your belief system around money and manifestation. I'm feeling or sensing it's not exactly what we once thought it was, and yet with this Tower moment and going through this transformational fire, basically battling it out. I have, you know, an expression, the mind battle. There's a sense of you battling out the energies from within the light of your awareness. But I'm getting there's like a little bit of a tug of war, a little bit of resistance, right? Because around it you have a little bit of a mopey energy. You have the Four of Cups and then the Lovers in reverse, or rather the Two of Cups in reverse. So I feel like there is opportunity around you and there's love around you as well, but there's the central theme of the Tower and the Five of Wands and the Hermit in reverse, where you're just like, yeah! you're a little bit like you're in this kind of laying things to rest, and yet the inner energies are still, they're still coming at you. So with that, there's some advice. Temperance in this reading feels to me like do some self-care, some self-love. Go to the water, go to nature. Balance your energies. Make that a priority. Make that temperance a priority, because you've got a Page of Wands and a Page of Pentacles, and again, regardless of traditional tarot, you guys, this is how it works for me. It's just pure intuition, okay? So these two pages to me is part of the new birthing of a new cycle for you. It can feel like vitality. It can feel like new beginnings. We have a Wheel of Fortune up right next to the Page of Wands, which means like new opportunities, new things. Finally, it's like ships coming in, and it all feels like brand new. It's all good fun. It's all exciting. But we absolutely need this Temperance card to balance our energies. Because the pages are a little bit on the outskirts, which is sort of telling me that you're not able, you're so in this sort of like inner conflict that you're not able to look up and see the opportunities that surround you. There's actually a lot of love and, again, exuberant, vital energy, and tangible and fiery and inspired. Yeah. So over here, I feel like these are often the cards of like where we're moving to as we follow the kind of optimal guidance for the read, which for this part of the reading, it's temperance, self-care, self-love. I'm hearing if you could manage it, take yourself on a retreat, go away on retreat, drink lots of water, eat lots of nourishing food, spend time in sacred, divine solitude, which that just means to me like not just watching TV and like getting wasted or something. It's like self-care of like ooey gooey self-care rest. Again, it's like clean water. Her feet are on the water. Oh, and awesome. This is a 14. And that feels to me like an evolution. So yeah, spend time in nature, spend time outside, dip your feet in the water, get your feet on the ground. And again, she's balancing the waterways, right? So this card is absolutely necessary. You might need help as well doing that. Yeah, and that's fair, that's safe. I feel like this card, Pisces, this middle reading here is saying you've just been through it and it's so deep and it's so profound. And you really are, you know, this sort of king type of energy. You're powerful. You have everything. You're on it. You have everything here now on it. But I feel like this tower, possibly even this death moment, is just like, like another huge inner conflict coming through. And yet, with this as the advice card, it's like rest, clear, heal, mega, mega self-love, like mega self-love. And then through this self-love, I think you'll start to see and sense these youthful new energies, these new messages and people coming into your world being like, hello, hello, and you'll be like, hello. And it will help you rise out of that kind of forlorn or like there's no hope or, you know, there's no opportunities coming my way. Those cards around this central theme is ultimately what's and again, that energy of going through the intensity, but then still having like the residue of that intensity. And then as we temper that, as we come back into self-balance, self-care, self-nurture, then we finally clear the water and we can start to see these new sprightly energies coming into our world. That's going to allow us ultimately to start to turn the wheel of fortune in our favor because it's upright as well. This can also actually mean fortune. This can mean a manifestation of money coming into your reality. Career opportunities. So what's really awesome is that this is like, I can feel the central intensity of the reading, which is probably really annoying because I think for some of you there's already been a lot of intensity and then you're like, oh great, August is gonna be more intensity. But considering the fluidity of time, like this could be the now, which we're on the 25th of July. This could have been your past. And so depending on that, and maybe you're here now, maybe this is resonating with you and this is exactly what you're doing for yourself now. Because then we have this like beautiful run of quite awesome cards. The Lovers, Major Arcana, 6, Knight of Pentacles, really sturdy, steady, practical, you know, taking their time to plan and make sure they have that solid pentacle ready to make an offer for you. There is a groundedness, a down-to-earthness about the Knight of Pentacles. And then you have the 7 of Cups, which just means suddenly you're going to be like, whoa, I have like all these opportunities. I have all these choices around me. It's like, and then ultimately we have then the 6 of Pentacles, which to me feels like you're finally coming into a phase of greater balance and harmony in all of your relationships. The 6 of Pentacles also means to me that you yourself are beginning to embody something about your community. It's like you're embodying this sort of very generous character within your community. You're the person people go to for guidance. You're the person people are going to go to ask for help, to ask for insights, perspective, money, love, all of it, really. you're a star essentially within your community. The community is something real, something practical, something foundational that you are or have. Because you've with the Seven of Cups appearing, it's almost like all this shit you've been through, and then you temper it, you come back to yourself, you embody the Lover's card, which is to me very much symbolic of self-union. Just means you totally fall in love with the being, the person that you are, after going through this major life cycle, like major, finally coming out to be in this temperance mode, where I feel some of you are going to be in the here now when you're watching this reading, and then you're really beginning to come into union, which I personally believe we have to come into union with ourselves, as in like just be fully in love with who you are 100%, and then that is ultimately what brings in a Knight of Pentacles, somebody that you can build a life with, somebody that you can like manifest lots of different opportunities with, and then a very balanced union, of give and take, of support, and hearing somebody who really loves you. So let's pull some Osho cards just to see if there's like extra juicy nuggets of wisdom that come through for the Pisces reading. The Temperance is probably, I would say, like the most important card for pivoting out of the old energies into the new. If there has been a death, it's also part of the new cycle, the new up level. 13, the number 13 might be significant to some of you. If I say something like that, it would just be your resonant choice to go and look up a number. I'm not like a numerologist or anything like that. I do, though, when I see maybe an animal or a certain number, if I'm called to, I'll check the symbolic meaning. And again, intuitively, it's like we just work it out. So it could have something to do with our dreams. That was weird. So I'm hearing for you to remember that you are the fullness of existence. You are the wholeness of existence itself. Because in the dream card, I always get this feeling of like she is outside of the dream, not in it. And ultimately, if you are existence, you are the dream. So this is encouraging you to, I want to say, like, stop daydreaming and believe it, know it, feel it, exist it. Be the existence of that, just that. Be the existence of that harmony, union, love, support. And essentially what you're going to die to or let go of is that, not for me, I guess. I guess that's not mine. Which, I mean, in fairness, when you've been through this central, when you've been through the Tower, the Five of Wands, a death card, no shit, there's going to be a little while where we're just like, you know, and that's cool. But it's not where you're going to stay. You're going to remember you're the totality of existence. You have an ability to come back to yourself and balance your energies, to fall in love with the being that you are here now, and embrace new beginnings with some sexy night energy. Some sexalicious night energy, you guys. Yeah, and I also am getting, so with regards to like whatever it was you walked away from, or whatever it was that died, your old cycle, whatever it was that you had to lay to rest, this card's popping up. I often interpret this as a really positive card, but in this regard, it's not. This is an affirmation that whatever left you was totally meant to leave you, and it was never gonna manifest into what you believed it should do. Like maybe, and this actually came up in a general reading recently, but it's like you were sold that, you were sold like the King of Pentacles, but this is what you got. Just a lazy dude who basically expected you to do everything, which is why there was so much conflict in the end, because you were just burdened, right? So of course the tower is going to come crashing down. Nobody wants to just live up there in an ivory tower forever. And you're basically just going through a pretty profound healing to shed the residue of like, woe is me and love is never gonna come. And actually, as the Temperance card brings you greater sense of inner peace, then you can start to see these new energies around you. Allow there to be a shift in the Wheel of Fortune, as in let the turn, believe the turn to go up, you know, believe yourself to be the fullness of existence, that if you've been through the shits, there's bound to be a kind of upturn in your luck, as it were. That's cycle. That just has to do with the continual ebb and flow of life cycles. You remember, energy moves in wave function, and that the universal order of life is a kind of spiral Fibonacci sequence, right? So we in the beingness that we are also riding waves up and down, highs and lows, and that we often have to go through these big transformational cycles which bottom us out. We lose everything. Tower. And through the self-love, you'll recognize these opportunities, and it's gonna, I feel like it's gonna kind of like, whoa, blow you away a little bit, the amount of stuff that starts appearing in your world. You're like, what? Oh my gosh, what is all this? I have so much to choose from, which then helps to calm you down and center you into this very benevolent community leader I'm hearing. Like a lot of people are going to come to you because you've now achieved this state of balance. It's obvious to people. Even if you don't think you're embodying it now, it's becoming obvious to people around you. It has to do with your entire, all these cycles and how you've been processing the change. And I just, you know, I'm aware of it because I'm aware of it. This is underneath, and I just know that for some of us, this could be very real. There could be death in our environment. And that's also part of your rising into this person that people come to for advice and guidance. Steadfast, lots of love and peace for you guys. It's so challenging sometimes, this life, isn't it? And yet, whether or not it brings solace, I don't know, but death is part of life. I believe in eternal life. I believe in like infinite eternal existence. So we might lay down these bodies, but our soul is forever in existence with the stardust of the cosmos. So we never go away. We just transform. We move from one form to another form. There's layers to that. There again, this is where we get into, like, if you ever want the private reading, it's something to do with when there's themes in these general readings that might hit a nerve. You can go deeper. Now, out of the Osho card, we got another thunderbolt, which is representative of a tower. So this to me is just affirming the depth and the intensity of the transformational cycle that you've been through, which is why, in essence, like, these cards here are really rather profound. The Wheel of Fortune has got to turn around in your favor now. You do have to find that temperance, find that life balance, find the love that you're looking for within yourself. Snap out of the daydream. Become the fullness of your existence so that you embody the dream. Know that this is real for you. Because it is. It's coming into your reality. Where was it? There was that Lover's card, it's coming into your reality. Yeah. the loving union that you seek is here with this temperance, with this rebalancing. Knight of Pentacles is somebody that wants to offer you something, and then you see it. You begin to shapeshift, and you start to see all these opportunities popping up all around you. And again, you're beginning to embody an energy of people who seek you out for support, love, guidance, money, lots of different things. Let's just have one more card. One more card for, yeah, lovely. 2 here, I feel like this is us moving up, us ramping up. Friendliness. This might simply have to do with friends in your life. Ugh, it feels nice. This is like there's a softness to this card. I feel like there's a, this might sound kind of weird and paradoxical, but there's this rejuvenation through maturation. So this is almost like an autumnal fall in these cards, and that's a death process as well, isn't it? So you're being initiated, and you're maturing into this like everybody's friend, and you embody that energy, which is really, really grounding and really beautiful and really supportive for the people around you. And I would say in the larger context of the state of the world as well, like more people, yeah, more people just finding life really fucking intense. And I feel like you've got this sort of like, just this lovely energy that people can go to and talk to about stuff, and it's really just friends, being friends with people, just loving people. You're really good at that. Oh, googly doogly Pisces, you guys have a great day. I hope that was useful to you. If you want to book a reading, feel free to do so. All the information is in the description box below. I love you guys. Have a great day. Peace.